We'll talk about it. And we should be recording. Okay. It's not recording. Oh, there we go. We're recording. Okay, here we go. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the red. Okay. So now we're back. We're recording, but we're not. We are recording, but we're recording just from this point. So let me rephrase this now. Ford has spent a fortune making a truck. Now, up until this time, what has the experience of the manufacturers been when they make a vehicle? What kind of vehicle do they make? Gasoline. And what do? They make a vehicle and then they don't worry about putting gas in it because there's gas everywhere. Everybody's got gas. So there's no issue about getting gas for your truck. Things have changed. Now you're all of a sudden relying on a different outlying source. You're relying on a different source to refuel your truck. An electric company or electric distribution network, which you have nothing to do with. Do you think that's a good idea? Let me ask you that.
No, I don't think so.
Why not? Okay, and why not?
Because as I said at the first time, it's not really the car, the automobile, and the credit card is not really they're related to each other. Like it's not going to help each other in my thoughts. Like
Okay.
they won't like it's not like, oh, I want to buy this car, so I'm going to go to the bank and have that kind of a credit card. I think it's not efficient enough to attract people to um, have like make issuing the credit card for that company, or because you have that credit card, it don't mean that like you will buy
No,
the
wait now. I think you
yeah.
misunderstand something here. The credit card is not to buy the truck. The credit card is to buy electricity to recharge the truck. Okay, there's a difference here. I don't think you understood what I said. That's okay. There's no problem with that. The idea is you have a credit card or you have some kind of a universal card so that all you do is pull up to a charging station, you plug your truck in, and it instantly recognizes your vehicle and charges it. That's okay. There's no problem with that. The problem is a bit different, okay? I'm getting dings on my phone, and I just want to be sure that's something I need. Okay. What is the big problem with electric right now? It's hesitancy. What is the hesitancy? The hesitancy means people are a little bit afraid to buy it. Why? They're worried about the mileage, about the distance, about running out of electricity. All right, now, the average truck doesn't go very far during the day. It's a truck. It's used for delivering stuff, but a lot of people use it as a utility vehicle. But Ford has actually sent it out with 200 miles. That's about 300 kilometers. 60% of 200 what? Uh, 120. So if we had 40% of 200 would be 80 miles. So you're looking at a little under 300 miles, or 300 kilometers. I beg your pardon. But it's 230 miles, so it's over 300 kilometers, maybe three and a quarter, something like that. Now, most people, that's not a problem. Americans do a lot of driving because they live in the suburbs and they do a lot of driving on their cars. However, 230 miles for one shot is not bad. The question is it enough? And how are they getting over the hesitancy? And the answer is maybe not easy. This is maybe a mistake. What did Tesla do? Look at Musk. Tesla created their own system of recharging stations all over the United States. It's a huge system and it's getting bigger all the time. Why? Because he wanted to make sure that people could find a recharging station for a Tesla car if they needed it. Ford hasn't done that. Now, Ford has a lot more resources than Tesla does. So you would think that Ford would have gotten into this. General Motors did the same thing with the Hummer. If you remember, they said you can recharge your Hummer to 80% in half an hour. But again, they're not in the true charging business. They're relying on other people, which are right now questionable. the distribution in the United States for to recharge electric cars is not what it like a gas station where you get a gas station every 10 miles. You don't have that yet. You will, but not yet. So I think Ford may be a little premature with what they're doing if indeed they don't get into the somehow get into the recharging business in a more meaningful way, is what I'm saying, because that could be a problem for them down the road. The reason I'm going over this now is the first question on your exam has to do with electric cars. I'm going to bring up the exam now. I spoke to another teacher about this. She has shown the class the exam. I said, is that what you've done? And she said, yes. And I said, well, if that's what you've done, there's no reason why I can't do that. And she said, that's right. So I am going to browse my computer now and get up the exam. Now, of course, I'm getting nonsense. I don't know why this is. The folder is empty. Well, I didn't browse OneDrive. Cancel. So I don't know why it went there, but I did. Let's see. I'm sorry, I might have clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. All right. Let's get this up here now. I am going to send this to you after the class, because if I can show it to you, I can send it to you. Now, let's see what we have here. Oh, it's not coming up with it here. Oh, there we go. It's not recognizing it. All right. Let me do this. Let me go here, and let me go here, and let me go here. Ah, you can't see this. You can't see this. I got to do it again. All right, wait a minute. All right, just a second. I got to do this again because you can't see it. Just wait a minute now. Okay. All right. No problem. There's one way to skin a cat, as my papa used to say. Okay. Let's let this load now. There we go. What is this? Oh. Why it's doing this is something I'll never understand. Here we go. It does that sometimes. It clicks on two things at the same time. I don't know why that is. You know, I did this before and it came up beautifully. Evidently, I tested it just to be sure. Evidently, when you do the teams, it slows the whole system down a lot, I guess. I don't know what other explanation there is, quite frankly. But it's loading, so it's going to be okay. There it is. Okay. The development of the electric car represents, you can all see this now, correct, Lisan? You can all see this, guys? One?
Yes, sir.
Answer me, please.
See it right
Okay,
now.
okay. The development of the electric car represents the biggest change in the automobile business since Henry Ford standardized parts and introduced mass production to the assembly of his cars. This new technology is going to have a major impact to both the entire industry and the economy of every country in the world. So questions about that. How will the electric car, how will it affect the auto service industries in lesser developed countries? And how will it affect the auto service industries in highly developed countries? Okay, that's one question. The second question. All right. The fast food industry franchise is now worldwide. Some fast food outlets are successful in certain countries, but not successful in others. Analyze the case of KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King in Vietnam. and then analyze the case of KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King in China. No, you don't do Hong Kong. That's the third one. I don't know why that's there, but that's not what the difference is. You're merely to do either one or two. All right, I'm going to get out of this. I don't know why this came up, but it's not the right one. The development. I had another one here. I don't know where it is. What's the moment? I purposely put it in here. I purposely did the whole thing, and it came up like that. All right, well, it's okay because I'm going to just tell you what you have to do. But you should know. Now, here is the point. I wanted to add Hong Kong, but for whatever reason, she didn't decide to do that. I'm going to have to go into my emails now and see real quick what she sent me. I want to be sure that's correct. You're going to get this. Now, while I'm doing this, please ask questions. What questions do you have? You are comparing the electric car, and you're saying, what effect is it going to have in developing countries' automotive service industries, and what effect is it going to have in lesser developed countries' auto industries? That's what it's all about. Okay. So what questions do you have about that now? Because I'm not going to be able to answer any more questions after today. So I'm asking you now, what do you have? Any questions you may have? Think about it for a minute and take your time. There's no rush because this is the end of the class now. What I'm doing is looking for the email that she sent me so that I can let's see if this has the okay. She does not have that here yet. All right, but I'm going to read you this. This is what was, here it is right here. And I'm going to read it to you right now. We've discussed, I am sending you the questions, okay? Have a look at the question. A and B, confuse the students, they can make a choice, okay? One of the two. You can choose question number 1 or question number 2. Here's the thing. It's due June, the students have up until 5 o'clock on the 28th of May for their final submission. Other information and procedure submission will be announced by the Quality Assurance Department. Okay. Here's the final assignment. Okay. Right here. This is what she sent me, supposedly. Here it is, right there. And that's the end of it. To develop an electric car, she didn't break it out like I did to make it easier, but it's the same thing. But I'm looking at the second one. The fast food industry franchise is now worldwide. Some fast food outlets are successful in certain countries, but not successful in others. Analyze the case of KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King in both Vietnam and China. Those are the two questions. You pick one or the other. 1,000 words. That's it. Due the 28th. They will not accept any late papers. So do yourselves a big favor and get it in early. Don't fool around with this. Okay? Now, I'm leaving it up there. Read it over. Tell me if you have any questions. I'm listening for it.
So in you said that in the number question number 2, the China doesn't include Hong Kong, right?
Correct.
So, okay. And for one more question, so in the question number 2, that we have to analyze all that 3 company, right, sir?
Correct. That's a very one. Before you think about how much work this all is, let me tell you right now, I checked online. There are all kinds of figures available for KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King in both Vietnam and China. You know, already about Vietnam. I've told you about Vietnam, what's going on here. China, the figures are out there. You will see. Okay? So that's not a matter of just figures. What you have to do is determine why. Okay? Why? The case of KFC and McDonald's in China. So the point is, why are there differences? Why are some successful and not? That's the point. Okay?
Okay, so
Okay.
Teacher,
Yes, go ahead.
under topic 2, so are we going to have a SWOT analysis?
You can, if you want to.
I think personally I will use SWOT and
Right?
also have the advice and recommendation like a solution for them
Okay.
to like improve their appearance
Okay.
in these two countries.
Okay, Chang, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
How many McDonald's are there in Hanoi? How many Burger Kings are there in Hanoi? And how many KFCs are there in Hanoi?
A lot.
Think about that. Right. Why? Why? Now, McDonald's was very late in coming into the ball game. Don't forget, they only showed up, what, 2 years ago? Year and a half ago? Something like that. A couple of years ago, McDonald's showed up. They hadn't been here. They were down in Ho Chi Minh, but they weren't here. Now, when you go into China, you're going to be amazed at what's going on there. Forget about Hong Kong. That's a different scenario. We're not dealing with that. So don't get into Hong Kong, okay? Nobody get into Hong Kong. Keep it with China and Vietnam. The question you have to ask, you want to do a SWOT analysis? That's fine. That's a good idea. But keep everything in mind about what I've told you in the past in here. I went into a lot of detail with this, with both of these things. Why is McDonald's or Burger King or KFC, why is one more popular than the other? You'll find out why. You'll find out who's what by looking it up. The question, and you know just from, you live here, so you know. Now, I'm in Da Nang. There are KFCs in Da Nang. There are no McDonald's and there are no Burger Kings. Okay? Ho Chi Minh is another story. You have to investigate that. But the question I have for you is why was one more popular than the other? Okay? That's a very important point because that will lead you down a path. Okay? Well, think about what you go when you go into the restaurant. Think about the quality control. Think about all of the things that I have mentioned about these companies in the past. Quality control, locations, menu, differences in menus, all that kind of stuff. You go through everything. Do it all. And then draw your conclusions from that. Does that make sense to you, Chang? Does that answer your question?
Yes. So
Okay.
this is my thought. After
Go ahead.
your so I'm gonna talk about their internal ability, like their control managing, their menu location, all about their selves, and
Yeah.
also about their environment in Vietnam and China. Is that
Okay.
okay?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank
What
you,
about
sir.
what about remember what I went over? What about the culture? What about the different cultures? All the things that I discussed with you in class. I spoke about all these things. Every one of them in the class. I also spoke about the automobile. Think about the differences between an automobile, a new electric car, in a country that hasn't got much development, or in a country that's highly developed? What's the difference? What are some of the problems you're going to run into in a lesser developed country that you won't have in a developed country? What are some of the problems you may have in a developed country with an electric car that you wouldn't have in an undeveloped country? Think about the service. Think about, we're talking service industry. Well, what about the service industry? What does it mean? All of these things I spoke about at length. And what I've done basically is created an exam so that you guys, after having listened to what I've been telling you now for a number of weeks, can put that all together and come up with your exam. Does anybody have any questions about that?
I think that is quite clear.
Teacher,
Okay. Yep.
Analyze the case of KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King. We choose one of them, or we have do own of them.
I don't understand what you said, Sheng. Because you got too much noise in the background.
She's asking that on the second topic, we have to analyze all of KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King, or just one of them.
No, all three. All three in both Vietnam and China. What are the differences between the three? They're not the same. Okay? When you look into it, you're going to find that McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC are not represented equally in all three countries. They're very different. You have to figure out why. Think about the marketing. Think about product adaptation. All of these things you have to think about when you think about that with those three companies. Okay? It says, analyze the case of KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King in Vietnam and China. All three in both countries. That's it. Now, I'll wait again. No problem. You have any more questions? Lisan, are you out there? I haven't heard from you today.
I have one question, sir.
Oh, go ahead.
One more. So it's like, we just write about like something like essay, right? Not like report. So
It's a report.
it's more
You
like
should you can do it any way you want. Just get
So-
the information in.
so I can do it like essay, or I can do it like report is what like on my mind, right? Depends.
Yeah. What I would suggest you do, the key is to get the information in the paper. I would break it down into whichever topic you decide to take. Okay. I would break it down and I would go into your PowerPoints, look up product adaptation, look at culture, look up, the various things that they mention in the PowerPoints about marketing, about the management of the things. Look at all that stuff and come up with key areas, and then use that to, in each of the three companies, analyze those key areas and then compare them. You can do that if you want. In other words, don't make it into just an essay, because it's too long. What you want to do is you want to come up with the reasons why they're successful in certain countries and not in others. I don't know what I'm going to find out. Is KFC equally as effective, is equally successful in China or as in Vietnam? I don't know. I do know, but I'm not going to tell you. But the point is, so what you do, you say KFC in China, adapted for this reason, not adapted for that reason. Then you say KFC Vietnam, adapted for this, adapted for that. You understand what I'm saying? Lisan, did you understand what I said?
Yes. I understand.
Put it into structure. Put into a structure. Don't just write, way around. That's not a business paper. Put it into some sort of structure. Whatever you decide you want to do is okay. Just figure it out so that it looks like, so that when the person that's reading it knows right away what it is you're discussing, without having to run through a lot of words that are unnecessary. The key is ask the question. The question is always the same. Why?
So do we
Go ahead.
you think that when we write the this final exam, you think it would be better if you have outline to show you
I think
guys?
it's a good idea. Yes, I would use an outline, sure.
Okay.
I would put it in some kind of a form following some kind of an outline. Yes, I would. You can cut an introduction if you want, but make it short. Just tell people what you're going to do. Your introduction can be a couple of sentences, telling whoever's going to grade this thing what it is you're doing. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. It's called setting it up. That's okay. Absolutely. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other questions?
If we have any else question, can we ask you through your email?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course you can. Now remember, 28th, 5 o'clock. Don't wait till the end. They have been very, very strict with that. They've sent me a separate letter. All students, anything beyond that will not be accepted. So don't do it. Don't wait until the end. You've got a lot of time now because we're getting this early. It's only a 20th. You've got 8 days, one day more than most of the other kids. Get it done. Get to work and get it done. Whatever one you want to do, whatever question you want to use is fine. Google KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King separately in Vietnam and China. You're going to get all kinds of information. Look at everything. Look at everything. Look at the menus, the people, the electronics, the layouts, the locations, everything. Whatever it is, you look at it and figure out why one cell does really well and the other doesn't, if that's the case, or they all do great. Why? Or one has less stores than the other one has, which is the case. Okay, in both of those, one company has less stores than the other one. In both of them, and I believe KFC might have more than anybody, but I'm not sure about that. But I think that's the case, but I'm not positive. You need to look that up. Look it up. You'll find out quick enough. Why? Why? Always ask the same question. Why? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because as I know, the official final exam start from 31st of this month. So
they changed it. Don't ask me what okay. The school every Monday, every day there's something different. I got a call today. What does it say here? They have up and look what it said. It's on your screen. Do you see that? These are the 5. Share with your students. They have up until 1700, May 28th, for their final assignment submission. Other information and procedure of submission will be announced by the quality assurance environment. That's the other teacher that teaches this class. Okay? She was in charge. She was in touch with them. She just sent that to me. So I'm giving you exactly what she sent to me. That's what is there. So don't ask me how about you had the 23rd. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do it. Don't go there. It's wrong. It's not a good idea. I can't answer the question. Do what you're told.
I know what I mean? As soon as possible, right?
That's it. That's the end of it. Do it as soon as possible. Get busy on. Now, these are individual assignments. Everybody turns in a paper, just so you understand. Some of the other classes, they're doing groups. This is not a group. Everybody does one, and you have a choice of 2 different topics, whichever one you want. Does everybody understand that?
Yes. Teacher, when will you send us the outlines?
No outline. I'm sending you nothing. You make your own.
Really?
What did I just say?
So I
am sending you nothing.
Topic, and then
okay. Go ahead.
We just
tell her
in
the
outline. So there's a topic, and we just make the own outline and write whatever we think about this topic, and then we just submit. Done.
So we are the creator of the outlines.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, yes. Absolutely. You create whatever outline you think will work best. Just keep in mind that you make it easy to read. Okay? That's the key. That the information you want is there and that it's easy to read. That's all. That's the key to it right there. Think about it that way. Think about the person that's going to read them. The easier you make it for that person to read, the better chances he's going to like what you have, he or she's going to like what you have to say. What do you think about that? Doesn't that make sense?
So how can we send you by your email or by
I don't know
MS
yet.
Team?
I don't know. What did she just said? Other information and procedure of submission. That means how to submit it back to me or to the whatever will be announced by the Quality Assurance Department. The school is handling that. I don't know more than that. I'm very sorry. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to say, hey, man, I don't know. I don't know because they just decided to do it this way. This is where they're doing it. So you have to follow whatever it is they say. But I'm giving you exactly what she's giving her class, identical. There's no difference, except I'm saying to you, what I'm saying to you is please listen to me. Always think about two things, making it easy to understand and answering the questions. And the questions are why. If you find one to be a lot more than the other, let's just say for sake of argument, you find Burger King has a lot more places in China than McDonald's. I don't know what you're going to find. But let's just say as an example. So now you say, okay, I found that Burger King has 4,000 and McDonald's only has 2,000. Then you say, okay, why? Why? Don't just put it down. Don't just repeat the figures. That will not work. That will not work. You need to analyze the case. Analyze the case. Everything. Why does everything happen? Why does everything happen? That's what you have to answer. Does everybody understand that? You have to, and when you analyze a case, it isn't a matter of, copying a bunch of information from some company about how they make their hamburgers. That's not what this is about. Okay? This is about why one is more successful than the other. You have to determine what that is. And you build all this information by researching, and you look at how they make the stuff, where it comes from, if it's sourced here or sourced there, is any stuff imported, what about the price, what about the locale, all of that stuff you put into the whole mix, and you come up with this, and you come up with answers. That's what your job is. You can talk with your friends. I don't care. I mean, why wouldn't you? Get together in groups and discuss it. You want me to leave you on Teams now? Absolutely okay. I will get off as soon as we're done, and I will leave you talk as long as you want. You can get together in groups, talk among yourselves. All of that's okay. I am going to call the roll now, and so I'm going to shut down the recording. So does anyone have a question before I call the roll? Does anyone have a question before I call the roll? Okay. Here we go. Please answer the roll so we can get out of this thing. Do Trang An.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Huang Min On.
Yes,
Huang
I'm here.
Min, thank you. Lei Fung On.
Yes.
Okay, Mai Tai Lan On.
Yes.
Okay, Nguyen Thi Huang On.
Yes.
Nguyen Thi Huang On.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Nguyen Thi Quinn On.
Yes.
Okay, Pham Phuong On.
Yes.
Okay, Trin Thi Nuk On.
Yes.
Bui Nuk On.
Yes.
La Hai On.
Yes.
Thanks. Nguyen Min On. Nguyen Min On. 1707-1028. Not here. Tung not on. Trung not on, sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nguyen Hoang Dung.
Yes,
Nguyen
I'm here.
Hoang Dung. Okay. Nguyen Thi Nuk Dung.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Tran Phung Dung.
Yes.
Thanks. Nguyen Thi Duyen.
Yes.
Thanks. Dao Thi An Dung.
I'm here.
Thanks. Nguyen Tri Duk.
Yes.
Okay. Nguyen Tan Hang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Nguyen Viet Hoang.
Yes.
Okay, Huang Tu Hong.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you, Giang Tu Huyen.
Yes.
Vu Ti Diu Huyen.
Yes.
Thanks. Nguyen Te Hung.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Nguyen Ti Hung.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Ton Nu Fung Kan.
Yes, I'm here.
Thanks. Hi, Thailand. Ha Thailand. You there, Ha Thailand?
Yes.
Okay. Did thanks. Di Ti Tu Lin.
Yes.
Okay. Nguyen Hoang Tu Lin. Nguyen Hoang Tu Lin. 1705 110. Where are you? Are you there? Not answering. 1707-1105. Nguyen Huang Tu Lin. Are you here? Not here. Nguyen Not Lin.
Yes.
Thanks. Nguyen Tung Lin.
Yes.
Okay. Pham Con Lin.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Vu Con Lin.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Nguyen Thi Loan.
Yes, I'm here.
Thanks. Ha Thi Fung Mai.
I'm here.
Okay. Lei Hong Mai.
Yes.
Hui Tao Min.
Yes, sir.
Wang Tuan Min.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Nguyen Thi Min. Nguyen Thi Min. 1707-1128. Not here. Tran Thi Ma Tra Mai.
Yes, I'm here.
Thanks. Vu Hong Nam.
Yes, I'm here.
Thanks. Chu Hong Duk.
Yes.
Thanks. Tran Thi Min Nuk. Okay. Tran Min Nuk. Trin Min Nuk. Sorry.
Yes.
Trin Min Nuk. Okay. Nguyen Tuan Nguyen.
Yes, I'm here.
NTN. Okay. NTN. Dang Tu Fung.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Nguyen Leon Kwan.
I'm here, sir.
Thanks. Lei San. I know you hear you say you had a bad microphone. Hoang Tu Tao. Hoang Tu Tao.
Yes.
Hoang Tu Tao. 1707-1169. Are you here?
Yes.
Not here. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, answer loudly so I can hear you, please. Okay. Hoang Tu Tao. Number 2.
I'm here.
Okay, which one? I have 1169. Who was that? 1707-1169. Are you here? Hoang Tu Tao. Are you here?
I'm here.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, now Hoang Tu Tao, 1807-1230. Are you
I'm
here?
here. Yes,
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, the other one is absent. Hoang Tu Tao, 1707-1169. Are you here? You're not here. Yeah,
I'm
you're
here.
absent. Oh, all right. Well, then answer. Okay. Lei Tan Tao.
I'm here.
Lei Tan Tao. Okay. Vu Big Tao.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bui Min Chang.
Yes.
Okay. Lei Ti Tu Chang.
Yes.
Thank you. Nguyen Ha Quin Chang.
I'm here, sir.
Okay. Vu Mai Chang.
I'm here, sir.
I know. Nguyen Tran Bao Tu.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Choi Kan Won. I know you're here. Pham Thi Ha Yen. Pham
Yes,
Thi
I'm
Ha
here.
Yen. Okay. All right. I have a couple of people here. My mic failed. Okay. I'll get everybody that sent me thing. 1607, 1105. All right. You guys go ahead and talk now. You need any questions? Ask me. I'm going to stay on for a couple of minutes. You want to get together or get yourselves talk about yourself? Go talk right now. Okay. Okay. Nguyen Hoang Tu Lin, you're okay. Nguyen Thi Min. Nguyen Thi Min, what's your number? Hong Tai Tao. 1169. Hong Tao Tao. Okay, Hong Tao Tao. Hong Tu Tao, you're okay. Now, Nguyen Thi Min.
Teachers,
Yes, I'm listening. Go ahead.
can I deliver the class after checking attendance?
I didn't understand that. I'm very sorry. Would you repeat that, please?
Can I leave the class
And,
after
it's not-
checking?
and if your attendance is good and you don't have anything to say, you certainly can. Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Teacher,
Yes, Miss.
we will have 8 days until our submission, right?
What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
I asked about the final assignment.
Yes, what about it?
We will have to submit our project by
What I just wrote, what I just gave you.
28th of May.
Yes.
28th of May.
By 5 o'clock. Before 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Teacher,
Yes.
about your final report, we only have the 1,000 words, or we can longer than.
A little longer, but not much. 1,000 words plus or minus 10%. So you can go another 100. If you need a few more words, you can, but I would not. This is not the kind of report where you have to make a lot of words. On the other hand, you may want to do more. That's okay. Okay? Just do whatever you need to do. Okay, Nguyen T Min, I found you, so you're okay. Okay, now, does anyone have anything? Oh, go ahead. Sure, go ahead.
Teacher, we don't have a outline, right? And
What now?
About the outline.
Online, yes. What about it?
We don't have any outline for this for the final report, right?
I don't understand what you're saying, miss. I'm sorry. What are you trying to ask me? You don't have any online?
She asked that